over half of women report not being fully satisfied in their intimate life. Let's dive into what's really happening and how to significantly improve intimacy and satisfaction. Hi, I'm Dominique DeVita, your guide to mastering intimacy and sexual health. Today, we're focusing on how to enhance satisfaction and why it's a crucial part of your overall health and the well being of your relationship. There are many benefits of having healthy sex, like boosting your immunity and your mood. But many women place their own health last after their children, their spouses, even their pets. But today I'm going to share how to prioritize and improve your sexual health and intimacy. We're going to talk about the orgasm gap. While 41% of women claim to always have an orgasm during sexual activities, the majority find their peak during self pleasure, with 62% always reaching a climax. Only 27% of women always climax during intercourse. This gap highlights the need for better understanding and technique with your lover so that you can close that orgasm gap. And when that gap is being closed, you're going to find that the woman is desiring sex as often as you do. Men commonly think that having good sex has to do with their size, how long they last. And lasting to me is more important even than size, but the depth of the connection is so important to having deeper sexual satisfaction and really having a deep emotional connection with your lover too. But unfortunately, 60% of women desire more intercourse, but not just for the physical pleasure, but for that closeness that it brings them to their partner. So part of their motivation is that they want to feel close to you, but then you're not able to have that closeness or connection. It's going to have them desire it less often. Now, to close this gap, focus on foreplay, spending more time. I've shared before, foreplay begins as soon as the last intimate experience ends. So the way you're communicating with your partner, if you're both able to have healthy nervous systems and be regulated and co-regulate your nervous systems so that you can deal with challenges and stressors and you feel like you're on the same team and you're in an alliance instead of having all this friction and feeling like you're constantly battling with one another, that's going to translate also into the bedroom of having more satisfaction. So focusing on foreplay is important, having open communication about what your desires are. And when I coach clients, that can be one of the number one things that I see is that both people in a relationship will share that they're not comfortable expressing their desires with their partner because we get afraid of being judged, right? But if we're able to feel safe with our partner and have that communication, things can be enhanced and it gets to be so much more fun for everyone. Before sex, consider doing mutual activities that increase that closeness, that intimacy and comfort in your relationship. And understand that while techniques and actions do matter, your emotional presence and connection during these moments is just as important. Sometimes women will have more challenges having orgasmic experiences with penetrative sex, and they enjoy using toys for different sensations, even to massage them externally. Many people think that the clitoris, if they're able to find it, some people are not familiar with the female anatomy. I go over the 9+ types of female orgasms and where they're located and generated in the body in my female orgasm masterclass. The link to that will be in the description, so you can watch that for yourself. This is great for anyone who supports female orgasms. And you'll understand that the clitoris also doesn't just have the head, it's almost like a wishbone, and it has these little legs that go out, and it innervates and it supplies nerve sensation all across the labia. Rubbing externally, even away from the clitoral area, there can be lots of amazing sensations, and using a vibrator can enhance the pleasure too. And you can incorporate this into your lovemaking. But when a man views this toy as something they're competing with, or they're letting their ego get in the way and they feel like, oh, I just feel like I'm not enough, then what you're doing is you're creating more of a disconnection in the relationship. If you start to be able to relax and be like, oh, this toy is something I'm going to collaborate with to enhance the pleasure. And you can even have some fun with it too. And don't let this scare you, but think about this. Your prostate gland, which is your G spot, the P spot, is located in the rectal region, and you don't need to insert in that area to stimulate it, just in the perineum right behind the testicles, that skin there. If you were to use a vibrator and use some external sensation, and you could be lovemaking, or she could be giving you oral and then placing the toy there to give some external vibration, that can greatly enhance the experience for both of you. Just know that if you have an open mind and you're not letting your ego get in the way, because we all have egos that can get in the way, I do too, you can really enhance your sex life. If you're able to help her to be able to orgasm more easily, because many women aren't able to orgasm through just penetration alone and they need the assistance of these toys. And if you're not feeling like you're in competition with that and you can welcome that in, and then she's being more orgasmic, then she's going to desire more lovemaking with you, because it can be really frustrating. I want you to think about this. I remember that hearing this a lot when I was a teenager and a young woman is don't give a guy blue balls, don't be a tease. But literally whenever a man is finishing and the woman hasn't finished at all, and then you're just like, oh, okay, I guess we're done. Sorry, that's it. Game over. Hopefully I can last longer next time. Thanks for playing. But if when a man finishes, then he's just, oh, the session is over and he doesn't try to do other things to be sure that she is being orgasmic and that she's enjoying herself, it can be very frustrating the woman. It's literally like we're getting not blue balls, but blue ovaries, right? We start to get the turn on and maybe we're just starting to get to the moment because our arousal scale is so different. It takes 20 to 30 minutes for a woman to get into a high arousal state. And most men don't last even 20 minutes on average. And so we're missing one another with our arousal scale. So you need to do whatever you can to be sure that you are able to last longer, and being sure, ladies first, you can be sure even before you begin your lovemaking that she finishes first. Then you're going to have someone that's going to have more desire to be with you. When I've had lovers and they're consistently finishing before I am, I'm just like, why did I even do this? Shaved my legs, did all these things. I'm here. I'm starting to feel turned on. And then we're just stopping because they're finishing and they're not even trying to be sure that I'm satisfied. I'm just like, no, I don't want to be with you again. This is not something that I'm going to desire. Now I have a cleanup thing if they've finished and I have to go take care of that. I could just gone to sleep and not have to deal with the mess and feel like my needs are not being met, that my desires are not being met. And if you want your lover to be there to meet your desires, it's so important that you meet their desires as well, and that you're both experiencing immense pleasure and connection together. And in the bedroom, engage fully, not just physically, but emotionally, being attentive, being fully present and dropped in. That can elevate your intimate experiences to new heights. In last week's video, I shared some common mistakes that men make in bed, not to shame anyone, but just so that you can be aware of this. You can watch that video here. Sexual health and satisfaction are not only for physical benefits like improved immunity, mood, and deepening your relationship bond. Having good health includes having good sexual health. Prioritizing your pleasure can lead to a more fulfilled and joyful life. Not only am I a certified Tantra educator and a trauma-informed master coach, I've been a nurse for decades. If you're looking to enhance your intimacy and connect deeper with your partner, you can apply to work with me in the description below. Fill out an application to qualify for a complimentary discovery call, and we can see what your goals are, what your challenges are, and how I can guide you to having breakthroughs that you never imagined possible and taking your relationship and your sex life to all new levels. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for more insights, and share your thoughts below. What were your biggest takeaways from this? I'd love to know. And check out the next video, which offers more tips. Thanks for watching. Blessings.